All right, my friends, go ahead and get back to your mat. We are starting Yogalates. We're going to start off in child's pose today. Make sure you can see me. We'll be down on the floor for the first half. Go ahead and kneel down one knee at a time. And sink back, feet together, knees wide. Let's get as deep into your mat as you can. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Relax your head down. Let's take 3 breaths. If you want to rock the hips, knees side to side a little bit, just find that perfect child's pose. Stretch those arms out. As you take the head down, reach out through your fingers and really squeeze your shoulder blades together. 3 breaths. Here we go. In the nose, either out the mouth or out the nose, sinking a little deeper on those exhales. Let's do 2 more. Give the low back a nice stretch. Just really decompress right from the get-go here. 1 more big breath in our child's pose. Sink deeper, push your chest towards your mat. Bring your forehead all the way down if you can and really stretch those arms out. Reach through the fingers. 2 cobra. Lift the head chest up. Come forward. Reach your head chest to the sky. Pull your shoulders back. Really, really reach your head up. Flex your hips gently into your mat. Squeeze your glutes. Abs are in tight. Press your legs as flat and as firmly as you can into the floor. 2 breaths. In the nose, out the mouth or out the nose. 1 more time. Let's go through that sequence 1 more time. Take it back to child's pose. Feet together, knees a little bit wider. Sink down, relax into your child's pose. 3 breaths. Figure out where the music went here. It turned off on me for some reason. There we go. Okay. 1 more breath in our child's pose. Sink as deep as you can. Last one. Stretch the arms out. Get as flat as you can. And on your inhale, bring yourself up to cobra. And remember, low cobra on the elbows is a great way to modify. 3 breaths. Reach higher. In the nose, pull the shoulders back, reach the head up, squeeze your glutes, flex your hips and legs into the mat. Let's give that 1 more breath. Really press high through the palms. Okay, come to table pose. Our favorite, cat and cow. Let's go ahead and get them done right away. When you go into your cat, draw your abs in, round your shoulders. Look at your belly button. Really, really round your back as high as you can. And on your breath, the cow. Lift the head high. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the arms nice and straight. Here we go. Keep them going. Up the cat. On your breath. Good. Release the cow. Lift the head high. Pull the shoulders back. Let's do 5 total. Here we go. Up to cat. Squeezing the abs high. Push into the floor. Squeeze your glutes in as you round the shoulders. Tuck your hips. Release the cow. Lift the head high. Pull the shoulder blades back. Keep the arms straight. Let's do 1 more for good measure. Up to cat. Last one. Big squeeze in. High as you can get. And our last cow. Lift the head high. Extend. Arch the back down. Perfect. Let's get off the wrists. Extend your arms out in front of you, wider than your shoulders for modified downward facing dog. I told you we're going to start nice and smooth today. Nice gentle start. Bring your forehead all the way down to your mat. Stretch your arms out as far as you can. Make sure your butt is up in the air. We're not in child's pose. Wider than the shoulders. Reach out through the fingers. And try to sink your butt back towards your heels without letting your hands move. Press your palms firmly into the floor. Reach through the fingers as you push your chest towards your mat. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice deep chest stretch, upper back. 3 breaths. 2 more breaths. Keep reaching, pushing the chest down. 1 more breath, and we're going to go right into bird dogs. Drag the hands back, come back into table pose. Keep your neck neutral. Look down at your mat while we go through these. Core is engaged and tight the whole time. On your inhale, extend your left arm, right leg nice, straight line. Reach the arm as high as you can. Exhale down to table pose. Inhale up to the other side. Big, 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 big reach. Make as nice of a straight line as you can. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keep alternating. Stay fluid in your movement. Inhale down to table pose. Draw the abs in tight. Inhale up to bird dog. Got my breath backwards. Exhale down to table pose. Let's do one more each side. Inhale up, bird dog. High as you can. Reach, reach, reach that arm high as you can without lifting your chest. Exhale down to table pose. One more time. Inhale up to bird dog. Perfect. Come to table pose. Sit up tall on your knees. Bring your left foot forward. Sorry about that. Microphone went in my mouth. Head chest high. Let's keep the arms down. Let's start off in forward low lunge. We're going to add some twisties and bendies to this. That's a technical yoga term, twisties and bendies. Chest tall, shoulders back. Push the hips forward. Big stretch, back, right, hip flexors, quads. Make sure you are lifting that chest up. I like to even look up and behind me. You will feel that stretch really go all the way up into your abdomen. 2 more breaths. One more breath. We're going to take it up a notch to a nice big full lunge. Take the right hand to the floor. Bring your back right knee off the floor. Rotate to your left, bring that left arm up. Try to keep the arms in line. Turn your head, look up your left arm. Palm is forward, same direction you're looking. 3 breaths. Pretend like there is a wall behind you and you are trying to push your back as flat against it as you can. We're reaching up through the fingers. 2 more breaths. Ooh, there's an adjustment. Let's get them done. 1 more big breath. Reach behind you. Turn your head. Make sure that back right leg is perfectly straight. Okay, good. Bring that left hand to the floor. Drop your back right knee down. Rotate. Bring the right arm up for a modified triangle. Again, try to keep the arms somewhat in line. Palm is forward. Reach behind you on your exhales. 2 more breaths. Big reach. 1 more time. Flatten your back out, reaching up through the fingers in behind you. And we go to modified triangle fold. We need to stretch the hamstrings. Bring the right hand down slowly. Sit yourself up tall. We have that left leg forward still. Push yourself back and extend it fully. Lock your knee, flex your toes towards you. Take your hands to the floor, wherever's comfortable. Slowly fold to your knee. Find your sticking point. Modified triangle fold. Once you find that sticking point, big stretch on the hamstrings. Make sure you're flexing your toes towards you. Get into that stretch right away. 3 breaths past your sticking point. Two more breaths. Stretch those hamstrings out. 1 more breath, folding to that left knee. See if you can get your nose to your knee. There we go. Perfect. Bring yourself up slowly. Just push yourself forward as you flatten your foot back out. Draw that left leg back to child's pose. Sink back. Let's go to our happy place. We're going to give everything a quick little rest. Fold down, recover, restore. 3 deep belly breaths. In the nose, out the mouth, or out the nose, whichever feels better for you. Big, long, deep belly breaths. Let's give it 1 more nice breath. We're going to do that same sequence with the right leg forward. Sit up tall, hero pose. Step the right leg forward. Make sure you have a nice big angle on your knee so that when we push forward, your knee isn't going over your toes. Head, chest up. Keep the arms down anywhere that feels comfortable. Lean into our forward low lunge stretch. Hip flexor and quad stretch. 3 breaths. Before we start to bendies and twisties. Sounds like a snack, bendies and twisties. One more breath, pushing those hips forward. Use your breath. On the exhales, take the left hand to the floor under your chest somewhere where you feel strong. Slowly bring that back left knee off so we're in a full lunge position. And we twist to the right. Right arm is coming up. Try to keep the arms in a nice straight line. Turn your head, look up. Your right arm. That right knee is going to want to push out as you twist. Try to keep that knee in front of the hip. Try to keep that back leg nice and straight. Strong in the legs. We're pushing back firmly through that back left leg. One more breath. Reach higher, a little further back. Bring the right hand down to the floor. Slowly lower that back right knee. Keep the right hand down. Rotate to your left. Modified triangle. This one always gets me. It's my problem area on my right side. My right hip is much more immobile than my left. Take a little bit more time. You guys be careful as we go through these motions. We all have our structural impairments and issues. 2 breaths. Each side of the body is different. Each day is different. One more breath. Okay, bring that left hand down to the floor. Sit up slowly and extend that right leg straight. Flex your toes towards you. Modified triangle fold. Hands to the floor wherever you feel strong. Slowly fold towards your knee. Find your sticking point. Take our 3 breaths past it. Nose to the knee. 2 breaths. Keep flexing those toes. Big stretch. Hamstrings and even down into the calves if you're tight down there. One more breath. Okay, great. Sit up, come forward, take both hands under your chest, draw the right leg back. Sit back to your heels. Walk the hands behind you. Nice and slow. Stretch the quads. Walk the hands back. Use your arms to support you. You go back as much as you're comfortable with. Stay within your range of motion, nothing past an 8 of discomfort. If you walk those hands back, by the way, I have my feet together and my knees out wider than my hips. You play around whatever feels the best for your knees and where you're tight. If you get all the way back on those hands and you feel good, take it down to your elbows. Slowly lower your back down. 3 breaths. Took me many years to get all the way back into this one, but persistence pays off. One more breath. Abs are in tight. Squeeze your glutes. Inhibit those quads. Very slowly bring yourself forward best as you can. And I'm going to ask you to have a seat on your butt when you bring yourself forward. Just swing your legs out in front of you, and we will start at forward spine stretch. Sit up as tall as you can. Lock the knees straight. Flex the toes towards you. Take a big breath in. Bring the arms overhead. Big breath in the nose. Arms as high as you can reach to the sky. Make sure your rib cage is lifting. Abs are in tight. You're sitting up as tall as you can. One more big breath in. And on your exhale, forward spine stretch. Arms stay parallel to the floor. Don't let the arms go down below, parallel to the floor. 3 breaths. Reaching forward through the fingers as far as you can, right out in front of the shoulders, parallel to the ground. 2 more breaths. Big stretch through the back. Hamstrings. 1 more breath. Okay, perfect. Come back to the center. I'm going to just have you cross your legs. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Just go into a cross-legged position. I want you to drop your right shoulder down as low as you can. So you can just rest your hand on your knee, and then I want you to pull your shoulder down towards your hip. Take your left hand to the right side of your head. Gently pull to the left and look down at your left leg. So we're going to stretch the neck extensors, basically the back and side of the right side of the neck. So pull the right shoulder down, turn and look down to your left hip, and we're pulling to the left with our left hand on the right side of our head. 3 breaths. Please be very careful when we do neck stretches. Use your breath. Pulling the head down and to the side at a bit of an angle towards the left hip as you pull the right shoulder down towards your right hip. 1 more breath. Okay, great. Let's go right to the other side. Drop the left hand down. Left hand on the left knee. Pull the shoulder down towards your hip. Take the right hand to the left side of your head. Gently pull at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to look down at your right hip, and that's the same direction we're pulling, down and slightly to the side. You should feel a great stretch. Back, left side of the neck, those big neck extensors. Levator scapulae, the upper trapezius. 2 breaths. One more breath. We're going to put them together just a couple of times. Okay. Place both hands on your knees. Take a nice big breath in. Sit up nice and tall. Take the left ear to your left shoulder. Look down to your belly button. Take the chin to the chest. Take the right ear over to the right shoulder. Look up high to the sky. And repeat. Left ear down to left shoulder. Chin to the chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Look up high to the sky. Come down to your chest. Let's go in the opposite direction. Left ear to left shoulder first. Take a big breath in as you look up high to the sky. Roll the head across the upper back. Exhale as you bring the right ear down to the right shoulder. Chin back across the chest. 2 more times around. Let's get all those little adjustments out of the C-spine. Get those neck muscles to relax. Last time around, nice slow neck roll. And then we're gonna lay flat. Okay, great. Make sure you have room behind you. Scoot myself down so I'm a little more center. Unroll the spine back or go to your side. If your low back doesn't like that, bring the arms behind you. Let's stretch them out really good. Reach down through your toes, reach back through your fingers. 3 breaths, abs in tight, big good morning stretch. Get as long as you can. Open the whole body up. And then we're going to take the right hand and grab the back of the left elbow, and we're just going to stretch the triceps and lat. That ties in. So we're pulling to the right. Pulling that left elbow to the right. Bend at your waist a little bit. Can kind of assist the stretch a bit as you pull and bend. 3 breaths. That nice big stretch all down your left side from the back of your shoulder and triceps all the way down the sides of your lats towards the hip even. 1 more breath. Good. Come back to center. Take a nice big breath in. Grab the back of your right elbow on your exhale. Go right into your stretch. Pulling that right arm to the left, right behind the elbow. 2 more breaths. Bend at the waist as you reach. Let's take 1 more breath just for good measure. Okay, great. Come back to center. Relax your head, arms down to your sides. Bring the knees into your chest for cradle. Massage the back and spine, side to side as you cradle those knees in. 2 more breaths. Hug those knees as firmly as you can. Your tailbone should lift up a little bit off the floor. And we're just gently massaging those low back erector muscles. Last breath, we're going to floss the hip. Okay, hip floss. Go ahead and just put put your left leg down flat. Keep the right leg up straight. Remember, when we do our hip floss variations, we want to lock the knee straight so that all the movement is through the hip. Let's start with a small clockwise circle. Small clockwise circle. If you're getting any clicking, catching discomfort in the hip, like maybe even a grinding type feeling, find a different angle. Come a little bit lower, smaller circles. Find a spot that's comfortable for your hip. Nice, slow, smooth circles, clockwise, in to out. Modify as needed. Big ball socket joint, we are doing a lot of movement in that hip joint that has so many dense ligaments, tendons. If they're not wanting to move around, they're gonna click, crack, crunch, grind. Keep yourself comfortable. Let's do 3 more bigger circles when or if you feel ready. 1 more time around. Bring that right knee to your chest. Let's go single line hip twist. Take the right arm out to your side. Keep the knee bent at 90 degrees roughly. Take it over slowly to the left. Turn your head and look down. Your right arm that's extended out. Palm is up on that right arm. And we're pushing that knee towards the left as close to the floor as you can without letting that right shoulder lift. 3 breaths. Two more breaths. Keep working that knee over. Nothing past an 8 of discomfort. Last breath. Come back to your center. Extend the right leg down straight. Bring the left leg up for a hip floss. And we're going to go counterclockwise this time. In to out, counterclockwise. Again, draw as small of a circle as you need to start. Make sure you're not going to get any discomfort or pain in the hip. And then make bigger circles after you've tested the waters. Nice, slow, fluid, controlled circles. We have our abs in tight. We're staying firmly pressed against the floor. And I like to press my opposite heel, that right leg that we have down anchored. I'm pressing that heel really firmly into the floor. I'm activating my hamstrings and glutes on that leg, and I'm really anchoring my hip girdle down as I circle that left leg around nice and slow. Try to do the same. Abs in, press that right heel firmly into the floor. Engage your glutes. You should be getting the quads and hip flexors burning a little bit on that left leg. We got 3. Nice, slow, big circles. 2. Of course, use that breath 1 more time around. And good. When you come to the bottom, bring that left knee over the chest, 90 degrees. Left arm out to your side with the palm up. Turn your head, look down your left arm, and guide that left knee over. Right hand is right on the top outside of the knee, taking it over. Find your sticking point, and let's take our 3 breaths past it. Take it slow in case this side's tighter, doesn't want to cooperate as well. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Okay, come back to the center. Bring both knees into your chest for just a nice, quick, firm hug down. Let's decompress the low back, really unload the spine, hug them down, massage the back and spine, side to side. 3 nice deep belly breaths in the nose and out the mouth. 2 more. 1 more breath. We're going to scissor the hamstrings. I can tell we didn't stretch the hamstrings much today. They still feel tight on me. Body awareness does not lie. Okay, right leg down straight, slightly off the floor. Reach through those bottom toes. Let me scoot back. I have a foot in the spin bike. We're not spinning today. Okay, left leg over the hip. We're in scissor position. Right leg is down straight, slightly off the floor. We're reaching through those bottom toes, lengthening that bottom leg as much as we can. Top leg is as straight as you can get it over the hip. We're flexing the toes of the top leg. I'm going to crunch forward as long as your neck is okay with that. And we're going to pull that left knee towards the chest without bending it. 3 breaths. Pulling a little deeper, a little further on your exhales. 2 breaths. 1 more breath, pulling and reaching down through that bottom leg. Here we go. Inhale, scissor to the other side, nice and slow. Flex the toes of your top leg, point the toes of your bottom leg. Exhale as you pull into the hamstring stretch. 3 breaths. Relax your head and neck anytime you need to. 2 more breaths. Keep pulling into that hamstring stretch, reaching further down through the toes. Squeeze your abs, engage. This is mat Pilates at its core right now. This is a classic mat Pilates exercise. 1 more breath in our scissor as we stretch and engage the abs. And relax the head and neck. Hug the knees into your chest. Massage your back out side to side. 3 breaths. Massage and breathe. Get lots of air back in. We're getting close to our time here. We're going to start cooling down, unwinding, bringing the energy all the way down to 0. Lots of oxygen back in the body after all that good stretching. We got blood flowing really good now. Let's get lots of oxygen in that blood. 1 more big breath before we go into our corpse. Okay, great. Extend your legs down straight, 1 at a time. Toes pointing out, heels in. Relax your arms to your sides with your palms up. Close your eyes. Take the longest, deepest belly breath you can, all the way in your nose. Every bit of air out the mouth or nose. Keep them going. Let's do 4 more. Long, deep belly breaths. 3 more. Just let everything get heavy. Go all the way into your corpse pose, Shavasana. 2 more, nice deep breaths. 1 final big deep belly breath. As much air as you can get in. Blow it all out. Once you've let all that air out, before you open your eyes, just bring your arms behind you. Grab your hands together, bring your feet a little bit off the floor and just stretch everything out real big. Reach back through your arms with the hands together. Reach down through the toes with your feet slightly off the floor. On that last big breath, just bring the knees into your chest 1 more time. Hug them down as firmly as you can so your tailbone lifts up, knees into the chest firm. Okay, let your feet drop, open your eyes. And when you're ready, just bring yourself back up to life here. Sit yourself up. Oh. And that is where we're going to end our stretch flow today, our Yogalates version today. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. Let me pause our recording in case you particularly liked that